Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter where you're connected in from, events like this truly changes lives. I hope you guys have some notepads, taking down notes, and let these couple of days here in Business for Home event truly change your lives. I believe information can change your situation, so you never know what information may impact you. So pay attention to all the speakers. And if you have watched all of them, rewatch them again, and I'm sure there's always things that you can learn from. My journey here in direct selling network marketing have started almost a decade ago, actually, and it really changed my life. My background is I was raised in UK. When I was 2 years old, my father passed away. When I was 8 years old, me and my siblings were separated from our mother, so we kind of grew up separately. Until I turned 15 years old, I started working as a dishwasher in a restaurant. And then when I turned 17 years old, along with my brother Monir, we actually managed to save some money together to get ourselves an apartment so we can get our siblings together. And that's what really happened. When I turned 20 years old, I started working as a taxi driver. When I turned 24-year-old, I actually came across this network marketing industry, and that completely changed my life. At the age of 25, I became homeless. So at the age of 25, I started in the industry. At the age of 25, I became homeless. Along with my brother Moin, we're living in the streets for about 3 months, living on £1 a day or about $1 a day budget just to survive, but still believe in this industry. And through the time of struggle and perseverance, we acquired some skill set and mindset and certain attitude about the industry. And that we realize that no matter where you come from, who you are, and what your background may be, and what location you're in, it really doesn't matter. If you have the desire to go to the next level in your life, that if you believe that you're going to be the reason why your legacy is going to change, you're going to be the reason why your children's children don't have to live the life that you lived, and they can truly live a better life. You got to be the one. And we decided to be the one, and it really changed our life, guys. We currently live in Dubai for the last few years. We managed to establish our own company, build our own company, and it's going incredible. Now, everything has a beginning, okay? Everybody has to start somewhere. And you have to understand that, you have to believe that you are going to have an incredible destination, but you have to begin somewhere. It all starts with the desire that you want to have great things in life. But like everything, I don't really believe in luck. I believe in hard work and earning skill set and mindset and attitude. I believe everything is learnable and achievable. And so therefore, if you have the right attitude to learn things, learn skill set in events like this, you can change your life. Today, my topic is about speaking about a specific topic. There are many different topics that you are learning from here at this event. But my topic today is specifically about something that really impacted me. And it's one of the most overlooked skill set, okay? A lot of time we hear about this skill set, but we don't really emphasize enough in this skill set. And actually, this skill set is the most important skill set that you have to acquire if you want to succeed in this industry or in any industry. And so my topic today is the power of edification. How you can edify your way up to this business, okay? How you can add value in your life and in others' life, how you can present better, how you can close better, how you can attract more leaders into your business, how you can have better association with the power of edification. So one book I'll recommend before I forget is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Definitely get that book. If you haven't got that book, read the book. And if you've already read it, read it again. Because it's not about what you read, it's about what you apply. I don't read a lot of books, but there are a few books that I have read, and I do read books. Always I try to read books. But what I read, I try to apply. I learn and I apply. As a lot of people become information junkie. They learn too much but apply nothing. They can have all the information but have zero transformation. Don't be that person. Be the person to learn and apply. So what you're going to learn throughout these days here in Business for Home, make sure to apply them. And the best way to apply information is in trenches, because you can get all the information, but if you don't have a vehicle, or if you don't have a place, or if you don't have the grind attitude, then you will never actually acquire those skill set. And those information would just be in your wardrobe with no value. Essentially, just sitting with information, but no transformation, because transformation only happens is when you go through the trenches, when you go through the grind, right? So write down, I have to grind my way up to success. Information is necessary that I need in order for me to help me in the process of achieving success. But if you don't grind, if you don't work, you will never going to grow. So let's talk about edification. What is edification? Why is it so important in this industry? So this is the key skill set mostly overlooked, and it's something that you want to master. I have seen the most successful seven-figure earners, multiple seven-figure earners a year, multiple six-figure earners a month. They do this really, really well. They become so natural at edifying. You know, edification is literally the key ingredient to closing someone in your business, whether they're a leader in this industry already or a brand new person. How well you edify someone makes a huge difference in how you're going to close the prospect. But it's not always how good you edify the edifier. It's actually the structure that you have to follow in edification. You know, a lot of times people go all out on edifying their upline and the prospect feels super uncomfortable. Has that ever happened where the person you're edifying, or you've seen someone do that, where they're edifying the person who's going to present so much, they're over edifying them, and it's getting really uncomfortable for the prospect to even just be there, right? So there are a couple of things you want to keep in mind. Yes, we want to do a massive edification with a person that we're introducing to the business, right? But or the person that the prospect will be edified to. You want to edify that person, but you want to do it the right way. Okay, because you can end up doing it in a really wrong way and make the whole situation super uncomfortable. So I call this the edification triangle, where this is you at the top. Step number 2 is your prospect, and the step number 3 is the person you're edifying who's going to close your prospect. So let's take a look here. Step number 2, okay, and this you're the step number 1. So you're edifying your prospect, right? And you're also edifying your the mentor, whoever's going to close your prospect. Now, why did I say edifying your prospect? Well, your prospect do have to feel good. They do have to feel important. They do have to feel that you do value them for them being there as well, right? They're a human being. So they may not be very successful even in what they do, but you want to make them feel good. Read a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It completely changed my life. And I understood that when you value people, when you make people feel good, they want to be around you. They want to listen to you. They want to hear from you, okay? So when you make people feel good, they want to be around you, right? Always remember that. Make people feel good and they want to be around you. When you make people feel bad, they don't want to do business with you. They want to be around you. So this is a very key attributes of great leaders. They make other people feel good. They always lift people up. They lift their spirit up. So let's just say this is your prospect right now. We're going to do like a demonstration here. Let's just say your prospect name is John, and the person who's going to close your prospect name is Sarah. Now, Sarah is going to be the one to close John, right? And John is your prospect. So how do you go about in talking about them both? Because you do have to talk about them because you're the middle person introducing both of them. So the first person you should talk about is your prospect and not the other person. I'll explain to you why you should do that and why it's important. So the reason why you want to talk about your prospect first, because you want to make them feel good, that the fact that they're here, right? And then you're going to talk about your edifier, Sarah, last, because you want your prospect to remember 2 things. 1, how they felt when they came to the environment. And second, who they're sitting in front of them, right? Who they're sitting in front of. So if someone important is sitting in front of them, you want them to think about that as the last thing. If you do it the other way around, which a lot of people do, what they do is that they talk about the mentor first, or the person who's going to close. They end up talking about them first, right? And the prospect become all defensive. They're like, oh, okay, so you're the big deal, right? And they don't feel so good. And then you talk really good about them, but it doesn't really matter anymore, because when you talk good about them, they're gonna get their head like really big, and they're like, oh, I'm the big deal. I'm sitting in front of you, right? But they already made a judgment about the other person because they you built a negative energy, or they felt a negative energy. So the environment is no longer the same because one, they were uncomfortable sitting in front of someone. And the second thing is now you made their head so big where they're not open to listen anymore. Okay, so you don't want to do that structure. That structure, it usually goes wrong. It can work in your favor if you have a strong trust between the prospect and yourself, but most of the time it goes wrong. Okay, so your goal is to make them feel good, make them feel comfortable, but add a lot of value towards the person who's going to close them so that they respect them to a high level, so they pay attention to what they're going to tell them, but they trust you. And so therefore, they're going to start in the business, but they have to respect the other person to pay attention to the information they're going to show them. So it's about trust and respect. Always remember that. Okay. So try not to use people's title as the edification thing. Rather talk about the time they're here to invest with you. Rather talk about what kind of things they're doing to help other people. So I'll share with you guys some example, right? If I wanted to close John, let's say John is the prospect and Sarah's going to be closing, I will talk about Sarah in advance, about Sarah to John, who she is, what she does, and how successful she is before John even comes to meet Sarah, whether virtually or physically. And when John meets Sarah, John already excited or looking forward to meet Sarah. So the edification, pre-edification is already done. John already knows that Sarah is an important person that he's about to meet. So when John comes, I'm not going to now over-edify Sarah all over again in front of John, and especially not in the wrong structure. So here's how I will do it. I'll first talk about John. I'll say, Sarah, meet my friend John here. John is an incredible person. I've got to know John 3 weeks ago or a month ago or years ago, however it is. I got to know John during this time. And John is super hungry. He has amazing work ethic. He's an incredible person. He loves helping people. And he is always open for other options to make money. He currently does this, but he's always open for different ideas, or he's always open to the idea of earning different revenue stream or different way to earn income. So I'm super grateful that he's actually here. John, let me introduce you, my mentor here, Sarah. Sarah is an incredible person. Sarah is my mentor. That's someone that I really look up to. I'm inspired by her. She is always helping people, and she doesn't have to do that, but she does it because she's passionate by what she does, and it really made a huge impact in her life in what she does, and now she wants to share that with other people, help other people get to her level, or even beyond that. She is super busy. And I'm just so grateful that she is here for me. I asked her to be here because I really wanted her to meet you and to be able to show you what I have seen. And she has 100% of the information that you need to see. She's the best person can deliver that information to you. So Sarah, I want to thank you so much for being here for me. John, meet Sarah. So what I've done here is I first spoke about John to Sarah because I want to make John feel good. I want to make him feel comfortable that he's here in this environment and that I care, and that Sarah is my friend that I've already edified previously before he even came here. So he already looks up to Sarah, right? He respects Sarah. And then now I'm going to talk about Sarah in front of him just to remind him how much I value Sarah for being here. I'm not talking about how much money she makes right now. If I want to talk about that, and true to the fact, okay, never lie to people what someone else make. If they're making a lot of money, if they're making something specific, and you want to tell them that in a privacy, tell them, but don't brag about the money they're making in front of them, because you don't want to create the awkward moments. No matter how successful the other person is, you don't want to go overboard in selling them to your prospect because they will feel uncomfortable. You want to do that before they met them. So when you introduce them, you want to keep that really love and harmony vibe, and the vibe where, you want your friend to feel that you care for them, but how important this person is. You just want to add a little bit to make them feel also comfortable and make them feel that your prospect is important, and your prospect needs to feel that this person is super important, and I'm so happy that I actually meet the person. Remember,